The history of American special operations is as old as the nation itself. The need for special operations capabilities has evolved from the American Revolution and well into the 20th century. The arrival of World War II brought with it the need to field specially selected and trained formations, capable of employing asymmetric techniques and an unconventional approach to conflict. The United States Army Special Operations Command, or USASOC, was activated on December 1, 1989 at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. This headquarters was established as a result of the 1986 Goldwater-Nichols Act and the 1987 Nunn-Cohen Amendment. The Act and Amendment cleared the way for the creation of a unified combatant command for special operations missions. The legislation set conditions for establishing the United States Special Operations Command, known as SOCOM, on April 16, 1987, with USASOC as its Army Special Operations Service component 2 years later. Army Special Operations Forces are fully engaged globally, countering a range of threats to our national security and that of our allies. On any given day of the year, USASOC soldiers are deployed to more than 70 countries, supporting geographic combatant commanders and other elements of the U.S. government. Agile, flexible, bold, and innovative, the foundation of USASOC's capabilities is our people. High-caliber candidates are identified through formal assessment and selection processes with demanding standards. Training pipelines for each branch and specialty within the command prepare our soldiers to excel in challenging and ambiguous situations and within the most austere environments. This is the USASOC team. The U.S. Army John F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center and School, as the Army Special Operations Center of Excellence, assesses, selects, and builds world-class special forces, psychological operations, and civil affairs warriors and leaders. The Center of Excellence provides professionally trained, highly educated, innovative, and adaptive operators. Annually, the Center trains more than 10,000 special operators in 11 different military occupational specialties. The Center and School consists of the 1st Special Warfare Training Group, the Special Warfare Education Group, and the Special Warfare Medical Group. In addition to training and education, the Center of Excellence is the Army's proponent for special operations doctrine and maintains a close relationship with the Army's Combined Arms Center, other Army Centers of Excellence, and the Army Capabilities Integration Center. The 1st Special Forces Command Airborne mans, trains, and equips units to conduct special operations worldwide in support of geographic combatant commanders, U.S. ambassadors, and the nation's priorities. 1st Special Forces Command also maintains the capability to deploy a general officer-level Special Operations Joint Task Force headquarters to synchronize SOF effects for Joint Force commanders. The members of 1st Special Forces Command are the nation's premier practitioners of special warfare. These elite soldiers live among, train, advise, and fight alongside people of foreign cultures to shape outcomes in politically sensitive environments. There are 5 active duty and 2 National Guard Special Forces groups, 2 psychological operations groups, 1 civil affairs brigade, and a sustainment brigade in 1st Special Forces Command. These formations are regionally aligned and apportioned to theater special operations commands for operational employment. Regional alignment provides focus for development of the advanced language skills and cultural expertise needed to build effective partner forces and provide effects through indigenous partners that meet U.S. objectives. These operational formations rely on 1st Special Forces Command's globally focused Special Operations Sustainment Brigade for tailored logistics support worldwide. The United States Army Special Operations Aviation Command, or USASOC, organizes, mans, trains, resources, and equips Army Special Operations aviation units to provide responsive SOF aviation support. USASOC provides the institutional functions for the fleet, while the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment provides the operational capabilities. The 160th is unique in Army aviation because of its improved armament, air refueling capability, terrain-following radar, extended range, and because of the quality aviators they select, train, and employ, making them the premier aviation unit in the Department of Defense. The 75th Ranger Regiment is the Army's premier light infantry force. They specialize in joint forcible entry operations and the special operations raids that are scalable from platoon to regimental level. The Ranger Regiment is comprised of 3 rifle battalions, 1 special troops battalion, and 1 military intelligence battalion. The regiment maintains a rotational readiness cycle with 1 rifle battalion in a training phase, 1 deployed, and 1 constantly on alert for rapid deployment in support of national objectives. USASOC is built to operate across the full spectrum of conflict, but is optimized to operate and excel in the space between peace and war, called the gray zone. In the past 100 years of our nation's history, U.S. military forces engaged in 57 events within gray zones. In that same period of time, the United States engaged in 5 conflicts characterized as traditional war. While the U.S. military must prepare to win traditional wars, conflicts in gray zones represent the predominant environment in which our military is employed. USASOC forces such as Special Forces, Civil Affairs, and Psychological Operations elements are trained to understand and characterize gray zone environments. They develop strong host nation partnerships and work with and through partner forces to shape outcomes. USASOC personnel and formations provide senior decision makers with early warning of emerging threats and opportunities in gray zones. More importantly, they provide low-cost, high-impact options for competing in gray zones where hostile entities seek to undermine stability. USASOC forces employ the full suite of special operations capabilities to influence adversaries and partners in the human-centric and personality-dependent domain in order to meet our country's requirements and to protect the nation. Without fear, without fail, without equal.